Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to some more Seven Kingdoms Total War, the Game of Thrones modification for Total War Attila. And today we're going to be looking at a very cool and special sub-mod that adds in a whole ton, and when I say a ton, I mean it, of houses to the game itself. Starting with the north, we have House Dustin, House Stout, House Ryswell, we have House Mazin, we have House Manderly, completely added. The Riverlands have House Blackwood, House Bracken, House Darry. The Westerlands have House Clegane, House Lannister of Lannisport, House Prester, House Swyft, House Westerling. The Crownlands have the Targaryen, Stokeworths, some name I can't pronounce, the Hayfords, the Rosbys, the Velaryons. The Stormlands have Connington, which I know is a super famous house. The Reach has Florent and Hightower. The Essos faction has the Second Sons and the Slave Alliance. So just from that list, there are an absolute buttload of new factions added to the mod itself, and I thought it'd be fun today just to go ahead and take a look at a few of them, and you can see them right here. And again, I will obviously link the mod down below in the description so you guys can check it out for yourself. You also have a few new heroes as well. You have Rhaegar Targaryen, and you also have, well, basically you have a bunch of new leaders for a ton of the factions. You actually have the Mountain over here as well, which is pretty cool, even though you already have the Mountain Bear, but he's kind of this variant of it. You have, yeah, a whole bunch of new Lannister heroes. Basically, if there is a new house in a faction, you're going to have a hero for them, which is really cool. The North have a handful of them. We have some Dustins up there, a Stout, and also a Westerling over here as well. Yeah, so basically this adds in a bunch more factions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a battle with the new Targaryen units and mix them in maybe with a few of the other ones, because again, I think this mod isn't looking to necessarily do Daenerys's kind of Targaryens for the Crownlands, more of like Rhaegar, War of the Usurper type of units, which is pretty cool. And hopefully this mod does continue to get some more love, more assets and stuff, which is really cool. And obviously this is a sub mod for the original Seven Kingdoms mod, so you can mix and match with the awesome units of the older mod and with the newer ones as well. So let's go ahead and just dive into a battle. I'll set up two sides, and then we'll see what the units have to offer actually in a battle. Hey guys, we are now in the battle, and as you can see, the Targaryens are looking fierce. These guys are ready for battle, and they are going to put down any foes that come their way. Once again, I think these are more so the kind of, War of the Usurper Targaryens rather than the kind of more modern day Targaryens that we are used to seeing with Daenerys. We also have Rhaegar Targaryen back here, so we'll take a little look-see at him. Obviously, you can tell by his hair. He may need to dye his roots just a tad, but still looking cool nonetheless. So you can really start to see the Targaryen armor in all of its glory right here. Looking absolutely amazing. I love the damage work on the shield as well. These guys have seen battle, and the helmets as well, looking very nice indeed. So yeah, that's going to be the Targaryen cavalry with the shields. We then obviously have the Targaryen spearmen back here, who kind of have more of that kite shield, really, I guess, a bit more defensive, so that's kind of why they're equipped with it. But again, looking very nice indeed. I mean, that's a pretty nice screenshot right there. I'll take that for the thumbnail. Yeah, they look absolutely awesome. Really, really cool stuff. Can't wait to see them fully get stuck in. Then we have the Targaryen Swordsman, which we were taking a look at. You can see these guys here kind of equipped with more of the maneuverable knightly shield, which they can use. That kite shield will be a little bit more effective than the more Norman shield that the spearmen have. So again, pretty cool stuff right there. I believe we also we actually have access to axemen because we're part of the Crownlands. We kind of have a mix of axemen. So our axemen are actually going to be built up. Well, these aren't actually axemen. These are also the Crownland units. Again, these are a lot of the Crownland houses. I definitely remember this flag. Not so much this one, and I remember this one as well. So this is, I guess, kind of a mix of the smaller lands in the Crownlands. Again, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what the houses are, but kind of just like an assemblement of really, really cool houses for the Crownland faction to kind of gift them up. And then we obviously also have one of the new other factions, which is going to be the Velaryon. They're like the bastard race from the Targaryens, right? If I'm not mistaken. Again, looking absolutely awesome. Kind of got a different armor set, which is nice for them. Obviously in their more like Manderly blue looking spectacular. Unfortunately, no dragons to be seen, but we do have axemen here, so these guys are going to be able to commit themselves into battle and do good against a lot of the heavy armor. We also just have some archers back here, basic stuff. On the right flank, we have some more of the Velaryon cavalry right here. This is the Lancer cavalry, or is this the melee one? Yeah, this is the Lancer cavalry. Pretty small lancers, but still going to be pretty effective when we charge them down the hill at our enemy, who are edging closer and closer. You can't see all of them because they're kind of just hiding underneath that ridge, but we will, don't you worry. And then finally on my far right flank, we do have some more Crownland cavalry again with the houses I mentioned earlier. So honestly, this is a really cool mod, and this is literally just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to a lot of the other factions, because as you guys saw at the beginning of the battle, or the beginning of the video, I talked about the ton of different factions we had actually added into this battle. So yeah, there's so many more houses that we can mess around with. Hopefully the modder continues to update this, because it'd be really cool. Obviously the previous Seven Kingdoms modder has moved on from this project, but yeah, it'd be cool if we did get to see more awesome stuff, and especially with a new campaign tool under development. If the Rise of the Kingdom team want to release that to a lot of the other people, then there could be some really cool stuff in the future for Attila modding. At least I'm pretty excited for it. So as you can tell, we do have House Connington here, one of the more famous houses that I don't necessarily know a lot about. I love their new shields and their armor as well. This kind of armor piece looks absolutely spectacular. Now I'm getting a close look on it. Like, that looks amazing. Like, it really does look very cool. And again, I love the new shields as well. I'm pretty sure they're new. They look great. And obviously in the Connington colors, it looks great. Really awesome stuff. But yeah, as I was saying, like, House Connington is a house that I always hear people talking about. I know John Connington has quite a role to play in the books. I really can't remember too much. It's been literally like 8-9 years since I've read them. But yeah, really cool stuff. For sure, House Connington there. So we have just some axemen on the front line, and these are spearmen on the front line, and then we have axemen a little bit further back, obviously with that better piercing damage. We also have some swordsmen scattered throughout this formation. They are going to be being led by the man himself, Robert Baratheon. This is the older version. This isn't the Gods I Was Strong era of Robert Baratheon. However, he does look just as beautiful, obviously being part of the Seven Kingdoms mod. Looks absolutely great. It'd be awesome if he ever got like a massive warhammer. That'd be spectacular. And obviously you can see the amazing Seven Kingdoms models there with the antlers on the cavalry and stuff. Really cool stuff. We also do have House, what are these guys called? House Grandison, I think is how you pronounce it. Another house from the Stormlands as well, with a sleeping lion on them. And again, I really like their helmets, kind of cool stuff, unique. They also have a really cool chest piece as well, kind of like a studded leather, ready to go down to the leather shop after this battle is over. So yeah, that's going to basically be the factions. A little bit of a long intro, but this battle is literally all about just showing off the new factions added in this submod. And as I said, I'll link them down below in the description. So I don't think we need to sit idly by and let them come to us. We can march down the hill at them. Make sure we are marching, but we do not want to be running. And I should probably get these spearmen out of Pikewall. Good, they already are. So now we're going to just start to see what these units do look like as we march down the hill. And yeah, as I said, I really love the Targaryen units. The Targaryen black and red and white just looks so good. You can see the units marching to battle. Looking for, yeah, to get their swords bloodied. And yeah, definitely with this mod, you could really do a nice, like, you know, Battle of the Trident-esque engagement. Hopefully we get to see more Targaryen units. And, you know, one day I would love to see, you know, a dragon, Rhaegar, on his, you know, on Velaryon, Black Dread. Oh, man, that would be just absolutely spectacular to see that in Attila one day. And you never know. It's always possible. You just have to hope that you do get to see it, because, yeah, it'd be amazing. So right now we're just marching down the hill at them. The enemy are moving their cavalry, though. We can see that moving in the distance, so maybe that is something we're going to have to try and deal with. We don't have as much cavalry. I gave them a ton more than me. Let's actually just run everyone now into position. Let's get our cavalry to move out, our Stormland cavalry to move out. We don't actually have any cavalry on the right flank, so I'm going to shift my cavalry over. We're going to form up here. Hopefully we'll form up in time. No, this is going to hurt. Oh, yeah, this is also one of the heroes as well. This is Nerbert, one of the new characters there as well. Kind of looks like Aragon. Not going to lie. Nerbert, he's kind of found himself in the wrong universe. Let's just throw our cavalry in. Get these guys into wedge formation as well. These guys should all form up, and we'll try and get into a shield wall quite quickly before they do come clashing in, at least on these flanks right here, and get you guys into a spear wall. So let's do that, and then we'll see what the cavalry can get up to. So hopefully everyone will form up in time. Yeah, and then our cavalry's going to come flying out of the woods and engage them. pretty aggressively, honestly. Obviously, we are heavily outnumbered, so reinforcing where we can is going to be probably pretty important. So let's try and get our cavalry out there. And we got more reinforcements. The archers are now unleashing on the enemy formation. And yeah, slaughtering that initial cavalry charge that came in on our spears. Targaryens are making quick work. A lot of friendly fire going on, but hey, it's the Game of Thrones way. And yeah, okay, they definitely did have more men on this flank. Can't even forge shield wall there. Let's close in there with some swords. I thought I did not give him this much cavalry. I apparently did give him this much cavalry. So now the AI is just going to be smashing into my flank, going up against my Velaryon axemen. And again, I really love the armor. I think it's got the same like gloss effect that the shields have on the laminate armor. Looks amazing. It really does. House Connington looked beautiful. They really, really do. You can see their riders very engaging. Hopefully we can get more reinforcements over here, though. We do have some extra spearmen, which I guess we can commit, and we obviously have a unit of Targaryen swords as this. Yeah, we've got a unit of Targaryen swords moving in to just try and block off their escape. So yeah, let's get these spears out. The rest of the infantry, as you can see, is closing in our formation, though. So let's just get some archers back there. Ideally, we do want to try and kill the enemy archers, just have them dealt with as best as we can. Oh, and our cavalry won? No, our cavalry did not win. Well, it won to some extent, but also they reformed. We have a unit of Velaryon infantry there, so let's bring them back. Yeah, we pushed their cavalry back, but they are still coming. Rhaegar might have to don his helmet and get himself stuck in. And here we go, the main front lines now engaging. We slut the camera a bit, we can go down this battle line. And watch them, the House Connington clashing against my spears. Yeah, definitely these are my two favorite houses so far. I have looked at a few of the other ones, but definitely House Connington looks spectacular. And against that Targaryen shield wall, I mean, even though we are fighting in the shade right now, still looks amazing. I mean, look at that. Oh, baby. The archers coming in the background. Doesn't get much better than this when it comes to Total War, not gonna lie. And there's even like blood spatters on them shields over there. Oh, beautiful stuff right there. My archers are actually having a bit of a hard time, so maybe what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to maybe reinforce them, or at least push some infantry down. I mean, over here we've got a pretty good setup. They've got some cavalry in on us right there, which we can deal with. Let's start bringing this infantry down. Oh yeah, we also have all this cavalry as well, which we just don't need on that flank. Oh, Rhaegar, let's go deal with House Grandison down there. We'll bring this cavalry down. I will probably reinforce this section with some of my swords. And then just try and keep my archers back and a little bit safer. We are still fighting them here, so you guys go in there, you guys go there. And the spears continue to move up. Yeah, Rhaegar is now stuck in there. Who's he fighting? It's a unit of Grandison cavalry. Rhaegar should be able to make quick work of them with his elite bodyguard. It'd be really cool if Rhaegar maybe had some Kingsguard with him, because there are obviously Kingsguard in the game itself, so that'd be kind of cool to see that added in. We are also pretty much have just dispatched their archers, only a few of them left. And as you can see, we do have some more infantry as well over on this side as well. Cavalry still causing us some issues, but as I said, we got all of this cavalry around, so let's start moving it around. Maybe just kind of rear charge into the back here. We kind of kill with a Velaryon horse. And these guys are more of a, these are lancers actually. So probably just want to hammer and amber with them. So let's go and pull out of this engagement, go into the other smaller cavalry unit. Just kind of cut the head off the snake, wipe out the enemy cavalry. And just kind of keep on, yeah, keep on pushing forward. And if we can, I guess killing them would not be a bad idea. And keep on going. We've got these guys in shield wall, just break their shield wall, get them around there, kind of queue up the attack. Again, you guys form up that. Probably just break shield wall and then charge in. Nice, does seem like Rhaegar has managed to win. So Rhaegar can keep on going. We'll send some of our spearmen over here. Go charging in against the cavalry, and then Rhaegar will just come in, just basically to pin them in place. As Rhaegar comes bounding over to engage her. Basically just to hold them in pieces. The enemy House Connington does form a wedge charge right there. And find its mark into my back line. The Targaryens fighting the brave houses of the Stormlands. Oh, brutal fighting over on this left flank. We killed the enemy general, I think. Which can't complain about that. So if you guys also want to see any of the other houses that I mentioned, and again, I'll probably leave a link to all the houses down below in the description. If you guys do want to see them, then let me know in the comments down below. I'd be happy to come up with a battle, that is for sure. And nice, we've completely smashed the AI on this flank now. Perfect. Cavalry can come around. Yeah, Robert Baratheon, yeah, that's who we killed. I forgot that we were fighting such a stoic figure. However, his bodyguard are still going in. Robert may have fallen, but he is still sending his banner in for honor and glory. However, our cavalry are moving in as well to finish him off. Cavalry charge is definitely not as impactful as maybe they are in other mods, that is for sure. I'm not sure if that's a Submod thing or just a Seven Kingdoms thing. Not that I'm complaining, I don't think it's a bad thing whatsoever. And yeah, nice, we're actually breaking them pretty effectively over on this side. Yeah, with our spears, we smash their cavalry as well. So we can probably, yeah, just send Rhaegar off to deal with that, bring these spears around to help us out here, bring some more spears around like so. With the cavalry coming around, yeah, we'll wrap this battle up. Yeah, look at that mass rout on this flank with our cavalry just putting pressure on them. Yeah, don't let any of them escape, because any soldier that escapes this battle will truly find his way back to the enemy army and regroup, and we do not want that. And look at that, just a mass rout ensues, and it's basically the battle like that. I can't believe they broke as quickly as they did. House Connington full of traitors and cowards, it would seem. I mean, still nonetheless, the battle looks absolutely beautiful. All the vibrant colours. I think one of the things as well that makes the houses look so great is just all the like bulky armor as well. Maybe a bit unrealistic, but again, you know, this is a fantasy universe, so you can kind of take that taste of realism and mix it with fantasy, and it still works out perfectly fine. And there you go, the battle has been won. Rhaegar absolutely slaughtered them. I don't think I was on easy or anything. I mean, I'm pretty sure I wasn't. Normally I set myself onto very hard. We lost 300 men. I don't really understand why that was such a slaughter. Are we on... Yeah, we're on very hard as well. I guess, how much money did I spend? Yeah, I spent way more for the AI as well. I spent down from 100k to 48. And over on my side, they spent about 20k more than me, but I guess I'm just that much of an MLG player. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this battle. If you did, let me know what houses you want to see next. Again, I'll leave a link to all of them down below in the description, along with this mod as well, so you guys can check it out. Obviously, you need the original Seven Kingdoms mod to play this, but it's still, yeah, perfectly easy to set up and have some fun with. Obviously, no campaign, but maybe sometime in the future, who knows. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.